Jenny from Just Being Me, and you're listening to the Learning to Love Yourself podcast, the show that inspires you to put yourself first.
Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness. Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness.
My very first book, Just Being You, is out soon. It's a guide for anyone who's tired of people-pleasing, second-guessing themselves, or feeling like they just don't matter. Inside, I share the tools and shifts that help me rebuild my self-belief. Because when you shift your self-belief, well, that shifts everything. If you want to know when it's coming out, I'll drop a link below and you'll be the first to know. When you're in survival mode, you're not living. I'm Jenny Field, self-belief coach. For years, I thought I was coping. I'd left the toxic relationships and I was holding everything together. Life looked fine from the outside. But inside, I wasn't living. I was surviving. Survival mode is when your mind and body are stuck in protection. And it's not a choice, it's your nervous system trying to keep you safe. Your brain scans for danger. Your body pumps out stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, and you live on high alert. Now, this might have been useful once when you were in crisis. It helped you get through. But when it becomes your default, it takes over everything. You start running on fumes. Tired but wired. Restless but drained. On alert but disconnected. It becomes so familiar that you tell yourself it's normal. But it's not living, it's just surviving. Survival mode is sneaky. It does not always look like panic. Sometimes it looks like coping, but underneath it's costing you more than you think. You might recognize these patterns. You people please because saying no feels like a threat. You over-control to try and stop anything going wrong. You collapse into exhaustion the moment you stop. You numb out with food, scrolling, or busyness. And you live waiting for the next problem, even when nothing is wrong. And when you stay in these patterns, resentment builds. You say yes while screaming no inside. You keep giving but feel unseen. You keep moving but will never feel settled. When you're in survival mode, your emotions are not steady. They swing. You get fear. You're always on guard, waiting for something to go wrong. Numbness. Sometimes it's easier to disconnect than to feel. Guilt. If you rest or put yourself first, you feel selfish. And none of this means you're broken. It means your nervous system hasn't learned what safety feels like yet. Really hear that yet. Because here's the hardest truth. When we struggle, it feels safer than peace. If you grew up in chaos, calm will feel strange. If you lived in toxic relationships, joy is going to feel risky. If you're used to pain, it becomes familiar even though it hurts. And there's even a payoff to staying in survival mode. People notice when you're struggling and you'll get sympathy or attention and you avoid stepping into the unknown. But it also keeps you stuck. It keeps you small and it stops you from discovering who you could be outside of survival. Survival mode steals who you are. When all your energy goes into staying safe, there isn't any for growth. You forget what you love. You forget how to play. You lose touch with your values. I see this all the time with my clients. They'll come to me saying, I don't even know who I am anymore. And it absolutely makes sense. When you've spent years just trying to hold it all together, your sense of self gets buried under the survival mask. The good news is, survival mode does not have to be forever. Healing is absolutely possible, but it doesn't happen overnight. It begins with the really small shifts that tell your body and mind it is safe now. So here's some daily shifts for you. Grounding. Feel your feet on the floor. Take slow breaths. Bring yourself into the present moment. Boundaries. Start with one small no. Teach yourself it's safe to choose you first. And rest without guilt. Let yourself stop without labeling it as lazy. And then you need some mindset shifts. Self-responsibility. Ask, what is mine to carry and what is not? And only you know the true answer to that. And it may be different to everybody else's, and that's okay. Because you are different to everybody else. Self-validation. Stop waiting for permission. Give it to yourself. You don't need anybody else to give you permission, just you. Rewrite your beliefs. When your subconscious says you're not safe, challenge it. Is it true right now? And positive self-talk. Notice how you speak to yourself. And when you hear negative, challenge it. Retrain your brain with affirmations so that it gets used to hearing you talk positively about yourself. And these steps will begin to rewire your system. They move you from reacting to choosing, from existing to living. Your next step. Your survival mode might have been protecting you once, but it's not meant to be your way of life. We aren't meant to live continuously in survival mode. It's meant to be in short bursts. You are allowed to live beyond coping. You are allowed to feel calm, steady, and joyful. This is what I help my clients do in my one-to-one coaching and my membership community. I support you to uncover the beliefs that keep you stuck in survival. We reprogram them. We create new foundations that actually feel safe and steady. Because survival mode is not living, and your life is too important to waste on just surviving. So choose to step into living. Because change begins when you say yes to yourself. Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.